Hello, it's Greg, the Uber driver. Today is Monday, July 24th. It's about 8 p.m. And just to give a kind of an overview of some of the things that's been going on here in Florida. As you may have seen some of the reports that I've reported out, some have been in Forbes and the Wall Street Journal, other local news and newscast, a state of affairs of tourism. And so right now, just kind of as a summary, in case you missed some other things I've posted out individually, a summary of 4 or 5 points. The Greater Miami Convention and Visitors Bureau has reported that the hotel occupancy for the Greater Miami area is down 61%. That is 61% down. The Orange County Controller, all counties in Florida collect a hotel tax. It's roughly 6% of the hotel bills that when you stay. And they have reported the April and the May figures. Every county reports it differently as far as time frames, but he normally reports it monthly. And so the April and the May figures show the first consecutive declines in the hotel tax collections for Orange County, which is Orlando, Disney, Universal, in over 25 months. It showed a decline in April of 22 to April of 23 of 3.75% decline. It was about $1 million. It fell from 34 million in April of 22 to 33 million in April of 23. And then in May of 22, it was 28 million. And in May of 23, it was down to 26 million, which is about a 7% decline. And the June numbers aren't out yet. Those will be coming, but every county collects this. The data is available, but they all report it out differently. Some report it annually, some report it monthly. Another figure that has also been in the news are the canceled conventions. These are all have been canceled because of the political divisiveness, because of Governor DeSantis. The largest loser so far, unfortunately, is Broward County, Fort Lauderdale. Fort Lauderdale is the bluest of the blue. They voted 20% for the Democrat Charlie Crist, and they're getting punished the most, unfortunately. And there that we voted more blue here than any part of Florida. We are the bluest of Florida. But Fort Lauderdale has lost 10 conventions valued at over $20 million. The Orlando area has lost 5 conventions. There wasn't a value placed on the conventions that they lost, except they were large conventions. And Miami has lost 1 convention that I'm aware of at this point. There may be more, obviously, coming. Conventions are normally planned well in advance. And again, the reason cited was the political divisiveness of the state because of Governor DeSantis. People that hold conventions, they need attendees. They need people to come. If they don't feel like the people are going to come to an area, then they're going to pick another location and hold their convention there. And the last piece of information are my actual things I've witnessed. And if you saw my video that I posted yesterday of the Embassy Suites, it was homeless. It was deserted. It was very empty. This is about 3 p.m. on Sunday afternoon. It's a 361 room hotel. It is very close to the beach. It's by the airport. It's close to the port. It's close to downtown. 361 rooms, and there were no people in the video. I've been through this hotel several times, and the several times I've been through it and actually recording it, it's been empty. So again, and everybody that I pick up that work in restaurants, that work in hotels, I'll say the same thing. They're laying off people in the hotels and the restaurants. They're empty compared to what they should be for July. Now, one last piece of information I will say. I'm so tired of people telling me it's hot in Florida in the summer, nobody comes. That is just not correct. Yes, it's hot, but we have plenty of visitors. Fort Lauderdale, for example, normally has 2.7 million visitors, passengers through the airport in July, 2.8 million in June. The largest month is March, which is like 3.4 million. The figures aren't available yet, but they will be forthcoming. And when they are, then I'm going to look at those figures to see whether those numbers have dropped. I'm sure they've dropped. So there are hard numbers to support it. But yes, guys, people come here. Also, almost 7 million people live in the metro area. People are going. There are people out. So I have other people say, oh, well, there are people. Yeah, there are some people. Also, I'm going to post a video of the airport. It was yesterday morning, I believe. And it was pretty homeless. It was pretty deserted. Normally it's crazy. It's busy, but it's not been. So just as some actual evidence of what I'm seeing, and also evidence was reported in the local and national press, and for your information. Have a good night. Love your feedback. And also, guys, don't punish everybody that's not guilty. I know you all didn't vote for Trump and Trump won. So I'm so tired of hearing we all voted for DeSantis. We did not. 3.1 million voted for Charlie Crist, the Democrat. 4.6 million voted for DeSantis. And 7 million people did not vote in Florida. And only 40% of the African-American community did not turn out. So for all of my African-American followers, please get on your African-American friends in Florida, because they did not vote. They stayed at home. So put the blame where the blame should be, those that didn't vote. But we voted, and many of us voted blue, and Broward County voted very blue, and so did Orlando. Orange County voted blue, about 8% ahead there, but in Broward, we're 20%. We're the bluest place in Florida. Have a good night.